Something I hear from a lot of people about Purity Vanilla, the no-hacks Vanilla Anarchy server that I play on, is that it's not true anarchy when compared to servers such as 2b2t, as if 2b is the optimal anarchy and Purity is some sort of cheap knockoff. While it's true that 2b2t offers more personal freedom by allowing the use of hacked clients and exploits, does that mean Purity Vanilla isn't real anarchy? Today I want to examine what makes a server true anarchy, and if such a thing is even possible. For the sake of objectivity, let's examine Oxford Language's definition of anarchy. Anarchy is a state of disorder due to absence or non-recognition of authority, or the absence of government and absolute freedom of the individual. These wordy definitions give us two major qualifiers for what anarchy is. 1, an absence of authority, and 2, absolute freedom. Now that we've defined what true anarchy is, let's examine how both Purity Vanilla and 2b2t line up. Pure anarchy requires an absence of authority. On a Minecraft server, that would mean that there are no admins. Using our objective definition of anarchy, both servers fail to meet this standard. While 2b2t's sole admin, Housemaster, is much less involved in the community than Purity Vanilla's staff team, he does interact with the community and enforce his authority, as we will look at later. Regardless, the very existence of an administrator or someone with absolute power and authority over the server already discredits both 2b2t and Purity Vanilla from being true anarchy servers. But let's take this a step further. Our second qualifier for true anarchy is absolute freedom of the individual. On 2b2t, it's often said that players can do whatever they want. They can hack, cheat, steal, kill, and destroy. They can threaten other players and commit real-life crimes such as doxing against other players without fear of punishment on the server. However, it simply isn't true that 2b2t players can do whatever they want. When players choose to express their absolute freedom by building lag machines or creating chunks that essentially ban players, House will regularly use World Edit to remove them. A few examples include the 2017 removal of several Armorsmith lag machines, the deletion of chunk bans and playerhead lag machines in 2019, and the 2020 blip of EMP lag machines. While 2b2t may not have any written rules, it most certainly has unwritten ones, and when these unwritten rules are broken, the authority of the server will come in and use the godlike powers of World Edit to artificially remove what he doesn't like. A common argument against this point is that the use of power is a necessary evil on a Minecraft server. After all, if lag machines and chunk bans were not removed, the server would be unable to function. While this doesn't change the fact that any admin intervention, or even the presence of an admin, disqualifies 2b from being true anarchy, let's follow this trail. It's a well-known fact that not all of House's interventions are done solely to keep the server running. When an infamous group called Nerds Incorporated created an illegal bedrock sphere called the Archive, Housemaster used World Edit to obliterate it. Keep in mind that the Archive was not a risk to server integrity. This use of administrative powers to remove illegal items would happen again when House removed part of a stash at Archeron in 2019. House even moved a private base using World Edit when a player found it. It's clear that administrative intervention is done on 2b2t when players break House's unwritten rules, limited not only to harming the server's performance, but also in cases when players do something House deems illegal. Really, the argument for 2b2t being a pure anarchy server and Purity being some wannabe anarchy knockoff is simple to debunk. Pure anarchy with no authority and absolute freedom wouldn't even have any gameplay affecting plugins such as anti-cheats that keep players from using fly hacks, nuke hacks, and more. There would be no removal or prevention of duplication glitches, and no reversals of backdoored items such as 32Ks or end portal frames. Similarly, Purity Vanilla is not pure anarchy. Purity has a fairly large staff team which is dedicated to imposing the server's rules, which, unlike 2b2t's, are written. In addition to not allowing hacked clients, Purity also disallows the use of lag machines and exploits, such as breaking bedrock to use the nether roof. Additionally, if players are found to have doxed another player, they will be banned. Mods actively ban players on Purity when they break one of these rules. Clearly, despite its name, Purity is not a pure anarchy environment. Rather, it is an anarchy server in that it allows for griefing, killing, stealing, and the like without the strict rules, protections, and confines of other raiding game modes, such as factions. Just like in the real world, true anarchy is unsustainable. It would bring servers to their knees within moments. No server, including 2b2t, can be pure anarchy. The difference between purity and 2b2t is simply how limited the anarchy is. And honestly, I think Purity Vanilla is a really unique anarchy experience, because everyone is on a level playing field. You can't just pay for future client superpowers or start up Baritone to build you a mansion. Everything is done manually. Each server has its own version of limited anarchy, and each server has its unique perks and attributes. And isn't that the beauty of Minecraft? No matter what your preferred playstyle is, there's a server out there for you. Ultimately, the choice of how and where to play is something that shouldn't be discredited, and it's up to you as the player to decide for yourself.